7 things I had never seen before I came to the USA.
I really wonder what those things are.
Yeah, well, I guess we shall see, Sarah. Say hello to our friends.
Hi guys!
Our friends, thank you so much for all the support. We really appreciate that. That's it, Sarah. Ask them for the most important thing.
Guys, leave a like, thumbs up.
And if they subscribe,
You make our day.
damn right. The link below. By the way, you can also hype a video nowadays. Please do it. Let's go.
Dude, look at this! I have a checkbook! I feel so sophisticated now. Yeah, you're gonna need it to pay all your bills. I don't get it. What's so cool about that? I've never seen a check before. Like, this is...
A checkbook?
The last time I saw a check was in the 90s. Yeah.
The 90s? Yeah, 20 years ago or something. No, I agree. Yeah, checkbook is not a thing anymore either.
No.
It's like in the old movies.
But I think Americans also don't use those that much. Maybe we are wrong.
Yeah, maybe, yes. Maybe this is
Hello.
just a joke.
No, because
No?
this lady is very spot on with this type of video. So he tends to do great stuff.
Okay.
So maybe it's a thing. Now I believe it's a thing because of her, you know.
Okay, let's see.
Servus and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Feli. I'm originally from Munich, Germany, but I've been living
okay.
here in Cincinnati, Ohio, on and off since 2016.
Which region is Cincinnati, Sarah?
Oh god. Oh my god. I don't know. Sorry,
I'm gonna
guys.
give you...
Mississippi?
No! Mississippi is a state! No, Mississippi
Sorry.
is a state.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Midwest.
Midwest. Okay, I understood which state. Sorry.
No,
sorry.
Cincinnati is a state.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Wait, is Cincinnati a state? Wait. Oh man, we are two guys that have...
What a teacher, huh?
Oh man, wait. So Cincinnati, Ohio. Wait, Cincinnati is a city in Ohio, right? Wait, sorry.
Germany, but I've been living here in Cincinnati, Ohio, on
Never mind, my friend. Ohio, of course. No, but it's Midwest. We have a lot of viewers from Ohio, actually.
Okay.
A lot.
Yeah.
on and off since 2016. It's been a few weeks since I uploaded my last video on here, and the reason for that is that my personal life has been really intense in the last few weeks. Ben and I finished up a bunch of things in our house after we had some major renovations going on the last few months, and then a bunch of people were in town in August, including a friend from Germany who stayed with us for a few days, and then my parents were visiting, and then Ben and I are actually going to Germany already next week. But before we leave, I'm going to prepare a bunch of content for you guys, starting with this video. In case you're wondering why my background looks a little bit different today, I also got a new YouTube shelf. This was my old one. I got that one 2 years ago when I first rented out the dedicated room for recording at my old place. And some of you probably remember that I asked you guys to send me decorations for the shelf that would then be part of my video background. The idea was
so
kind of to
cool.
have you guys, my community, represented in my videos, and you totally delivered and sent me
They never sent me anything. Never.
Because they don't care.
No, they don't care. Don't
Sorry,
say this.
they don't.
No, it's
How do you
impossible.
say?
Sorry, but I know what you mean. It's because of the customs,
Yeah,
right?
they couldn't. Yeah, sorry.
They can't. Yeah, it's very difficult to get things there.
so many cool things over the last 2 years. Many of you even sent me handmade things. I mean, that's just really, really special to me. So a big thank you for that. And since I have a lot
So
more space on
cool
the
to
shelf now,
receive
You know what I realized?
souvenirs and letters from people from all over the state.
You know what I realized? I said they
What?
never sent me anything, but one of our viewers sent us that book.
Oh yeah, of
So it's a bit
course.
ironic that I'm saying they don't
It's
send
difficult to send
things to Portugal.
things to Portugal.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
unfortunately.
Because the customs, we always have to pay taxes. It will be a nightmare
Mm-hmm.
for everyone involved. But it was not just that book. You send a bunch of books, CDs.
Yeah.
It was very nice. for me.
T-shirt.
T-shirt. No, two T-shirts actually
Yeah.
from Kent. He bought on the Kent Rollins story.
bunch of room for new additions, so I was thinking if you want to send me something too that you think would be a good fit and look cool in the background of my videos, just send it to my PO box. The address is right here, and you can also find it in the info box below. And who knows, maybe you'll see your gift in one of my future videos. Now let's get to the topic of today's video. With my friend and my parents visiting from Germany recently, I was kind of reminded of all of the everyday things that are different here that I don't even really notice anymore after all this time. Like I found myself explaining things like, no, we don't need to return the shopping cart back to the store here because American stores usually have these cart return stations in the parking lot.
It's like that
a few years ago were
Yeah, we also have those stations here.
all things that people had to explain to me when I first came here because there were a lot of things that I had literally never seen before. And that's why today I want to share 7 of those things with you that I had never seen before I came to the US. Now, I have made a video with this title before and I covered some major things in that, so make sure to watch that if you haven't seen it yet. I'll link it up here and down below. But of course, there are a few more things on that list that I'll tell you about now, starting with ads for prescription medication.
Prescription medication ads. You know what? I saw this in the hotel when we are in Texas. I ended up watching a bit of TV, and you saw that or no?
Yeah, I remember.
I don't remember if you are with me there, but there is a lot of medication ads in America. It's a culture shock for sure.
Yeah.
How many ads related with meds that they have every day in TV.
So the first time I was watching TV in the US and suddenly saw an ad for a diabetes medication, I was totally caught off guard because even though I was used to ads for aspirin or wound healing creams, I had
but very,
those are normal.
Yeah, very basic stuff for a cold or something. But in America, it's a bit more aggressive. The type of ad. That's for sure.
Never in my life seen an ad for a medication treating a serious illness like this.
Trulicity is an injection to improve blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes when used with diet and exercise. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
To me, it kind of felt out of place to see that.
Yeah, but that's a bit crazy because here only doctors can
prescribe the medication.
Can prescribe that type of stuff. Yeah, it's. See, your friends, this for us is a big culture shock, I have to admit. Not saying it's bad or wrong, because I don't know.
But people can buy them
without prescription?
Without prescription of a doctor?
I have no idea, actually. Can you guys go to a pharmacy, for example, antibiotics? Can you guys get antibiotics without prescription? Because it is impossible to get them, right?
Yeah,
it's impossible. And that type of meds for diabetes, I also think you need a prescription here.
Of course, yes.
So yeah, it's a big culture shock for sure.
In the middle of a comedy movie, and it almost made it seem somewhat.
Wait, in the yeah, I mean they appear everywhere to be sure.
With diet and exercise. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
To me, it kind of felt out of place to see that in the middle of a comedy movie, and it almost made it seem somewhat untrustworthy in a way. Like my.
Wait, but you know what's crazy? They may be watching us right now.
Yes.
And all of a sudden there is a head about that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I never thought about this.
First thought was that this isn't something that you should advertise for, as in, oh, look at me, I'm laughing with my family in slow-mo while holding the medication into the camera. Like, I felt like this should be a decision that you make based on evidence and depending on whether your doctors think that this could actually help you. Now, the reason why this was so odd for me is that in Germany, and in fact, almost the entire world, advertising prescription drugs to consumers is actually illegal. In Germany, this is regulated in the so-called Arzneimittelgesetz, the German drug law. Only 2 countries in the world actually allow this, the US and New Zealand. And there was...
Okay. I didn't know that.
New Zealand! Oh, that's... I didn't know this also. I watched this video back in the day, but I don't remember most of the things. But I knew it would be a great video. Yeah, she makes great stuff.
and sometimes still is, a big discussion about this here in the US, but they did end up making prescription drug ads legal in print media in the 1980s and for radio and TV in 1997. If you want to learn more about this whole topic and the details of these regulations, check out this really interesting video by Vox. It gives a really great summary, so I'll just put the link for you in the info box. Now, even though I said that seeing these ads felt somewhat inappropriate to me, and still does a little, this is really a discussion with a good number of arguments on the pro side as well. It might motivate people to even go to the doctor about their health complaints, for example. So there are really pros and cons in this discussion. One thing that's safe to say, though, is that it can be really funny when more than half of the ad is dedicated to nothing but possible risks and side effects of the drug.
Some people have had
Yeah, but this sometimes happens here also. I sometimes we have some ads that also go very fast when it comes to the side effects. But you know what? Honestly, the more I think about this, the more I understand the American side, because I think here we are conditioned to accept certain laws, certain rules. I think in America, for good or for bad, because I guess even you guys agree, right? Even if you are okay with this, but for good or for bad, they believe in freedom. They believe in free market, basically.
Okay.
You know, that can be dangerous. You know, if people don't have self-responsibility and stuff like that. But I think it's the American way. That's why I'm trying to make sense of this. You know what I mean?
Makes sense. Yeah.
changes in behavior, hostility, agitation, depressed mood, and suicidal thoughts or actions while taking or after stopping Chantix. If you notice agitation, hostility, depression, or changes in behavior,
So many side
or
effects.
suicidal thoughts or actions, stop taking Chantix and call your doctor right away. Talk to your
You may die if you... Okay. Thank you.
doctor about any history of depression or other mental health problems, which can get worse while taking Chantix. Some people can have allergic or serious skin reactions to Chantix, some of which can be life-threatening. If you
Don't
notice swelling of
stop.
face,
It
mouth,
doesn't
throat, or a
stop.
rash, stop taking Chantix and see your doctor right away. Tell your doctor which medicines you're taking, as they may work differently when you quit smoking. Chantix dosing may be different if you have kidney problems. The most common side effect is nausea. Patients also reported trouble sleeping and vivid, unusual.
Oh, is that
dreams.
real, actually?
Until you know how Chantix may affect you, use caution when driving or operating machinery. Chantix should not be taken with other quit smoking products.
Okay.
Wait, but is that actually real? Okay, we don't have
I
anything
believe
like
it.
that. I was lying. Oh, we have something like this. This may give you some type of pain consultation, right?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
goes
yeah.
fast. But it's like 2 or 3 seconds. It's not what? Wow. Okay,
So-
now regional ads.
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna stay on this whole ad topic for just a little bit longer because another thing that was completely new to me was seeing regional ads even when watching a nationwide channel. Now, of course, this is something that's
Wait, but if it's a channel for the entire country, why are you getting regional ads?
Oh my god. Okay. That's confusing.
Yeah, that's confusing because you should watch those ads in a regional type of TV channel, not national.
Right.
Okay.
completely normal to see on social media and when streaming things on Hulu or here on YouTube nowadays. Everyone is being shown different ads on the internet, and part of that is that you might see ads that are targeted specifically at your city or a general region, like about an upcoming concert, for example, or a local business. But on
They can do
TV,
that too.
this is just not something that's common in Germany. Almost all of our TV channels in Germany are nationwide channels.
Oh, but that's honestly impressive that they can target specific regions even if it's the national TV type of
TV.
channel. So if you live in Texas, you see different stuff than if you live in New York.
When we were at the hotel in San Antonio, Texas,
yeah.
we saw local TV channels.
No,
Remember?
Yeah. But that-
regional ads.
no, but that okay, but that makes sense.
Yeah, because
But
we are there.
We are there, exactly. And those channels are for San Antonio, for
Yes.
Texas. You cannot watch those channels in Boston. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here, I think she's saying something different. I think she's saying that if you okay, major TV channel, Fox News or
Sorry.
Fox News, Fox News or CNN. Fox News or CNN can target you with regional ads, even though they air in the entire country. You know that am I understanding this correct? Also, my friends, that's the weird thing here. You know what I mean? Because regional is normal. You know.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that they show different ads to different regions. Like, I'm pretty sure that every German viewer gets the exact same ads. Now, we do have regional channels and regional windows where there's like a 1 hour slot that's going to be specific to your area, but that's really the minority of all of our TV channels in Germany. Now, it does make sense that it would be a little different in the US, given how big this country is. I mean, the continental US has 4 different time zones, so when scheduling TV programs, they have to put different times on the announcements. Eastern.
I never thought about this. So CNN is not showing the same thing all across.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the time zones, you know what I mean? I never thought about this. That's crazy.
And Pacific time usually. Or I also often see them list Eastern and Central time around here. And then sometimes they actually rebroadcast things later for the people in the Mountain and Pacific time zones.
I could, if I live in Texas, I could saw the words first, then.
No, in this case, in Texas, will be kind of the last, because I think it's earlier in the
Just
north.
an example.
But no, I mean, if we are talking about breaking news, that's for everyone. That they go live basically. But yeah, you can watch things earlier in New York than in Texas, probably. No, that's.
So as you can tell, the size of this country already makes broadcasting a way different experience, and seeing regional ads even when watching a big national show is part of that. I specifically remember when I came to the US in August of 2016, shortly before the elections in November, I saw a lot of political campaigns for local candidates, and at first I was like, oh, this person's from Ohio? I'm in Ohio. What are the odds? And there are a lot of election ads in the US compared to Germany, even on regional and city levels, but that's a different topic.
Okay, flavor coffee creamer.
Let's move on to something much more enjoyable that was not a thing that I was familiar with growing up in Germany, and that is flavored coffee creamers. So this stuff. I remember on our...
Yeah, I tried those in Texas
at the hotel,
every single day. They is actually this brand they like.
Yeah, I become a fan.
Yeah,
because it makes the coffee sweet and creamy.
Yeah, it's really good.
I miss it.
It's really good. But here I bought similar stuff to this.
Yeah, but it's not comparable.
It's not the same thing for some reason. But yeah, in our hotel we had exactly this brand. We had a bunch of different. I think we had the blue one.
The blue one
is the classic vanilla.
Yeah.
I think we had this one also, the dark. Maybe the green, because I remember seeing there a couple of different bottles. You know?
Next time I want to try more flavors.
Yeah, I didn't know that they had too many flavors.
Yeah.
First USA road trip that we did as a family in 2011, they had these coffee machines in all of the hotel lobbies where they had coffee, and then they'd also have a dispenser like this one that would have regular creamer, but also usually vanilla and hazelnut flavored creamer.
I'm so sorry, my friend, but I had to stop the video. I was looking at my statistics on YouTube, and guess what? Most of my viewers are not subscribers. How the hell is that possible? Please consider to do it if you are one of those. That said, we are not done. Another thing, if you can follow me on social media, links below, that would mean the world to me. You make my day, as you are aware. There is also a Patreon link below, and you may find some country music reactions. Take a look. You can join for free, actually. That said, let's continue with this.
Guys,
right.
I don't drink coffee. I don't like it. It doesn't wake me up. But on that vacation...
What? I mean, not liking coffee in America is the same as not liking barbecue in Texas. Makes no sense.
17-year-old me definitely had some coffee every now and then, because with that sweet vanilla creamer in it, it didn't even taste like coffee anymore.
Yeah,
it tasted like dessert. Of course, I kind of overdid
Yeah, you don't like European coffee. You like American coffee. That makes sense.
it with the creamer. But if you look at the coffee culture in the US, there's definitely lots of sweetness and flavors. And this even starts with the coffee grounds. When you look at the coffee selection at a German grocery store, you'll kind of just have coffee. I mean, there will be different roasts and strengths, and
Exactly the same here. It's very straightforward, to be honest.
And there will be regular coffee and espresso, but it's very straightforward. Whereas in the US, your coffee aisle usually looks more like this. Even the coffee grounds are
completely different.
Yeah, we saw that in Target, in Walmart. Yeah, Dunkin' and Donuts, Starbucks, but those are the two most famous brands. But there is a lot. The amount of flavors and stuff like that,
Yeah.
it's insane actually.
Often come with a flavor. And from what I've experienced
Oh yeah, Sneakers. We saw all of this.
here, it's not very common to put regular milk in your coffee, but it's usually coffee creamer, often
Yeah.
flavored creamer. And we do have unflavored creamer in Germany as well, Kaffeesahne, but I feel like it's just as common to use regular milk or whatever milk substitute you prefer. But flavored creamer is not something I've ever seen in Germany.
Yeah, here you can find it now, but most people use milk. Most people use milk. I mean, when I say most, probably 99%. The cream is still very, very niche here. Sweet
Again,
cream
we're kind of
cheese.
staying on a similar topic, and this is something that I hadn't even thought about in years. But when my friend was here a
Okay.
few weeks ago, she saw this in our fridge and she just couldn't wrap her head around the fact that this even existed. Sweet cream cheese. In Germany,
Sweet cream cheese.
But Philadelphia, we have this.
We have the cheese one. Not sweet cheese.
I think it's kind of like the same, no?
cream cheese is something savory that we eat on bread or knäckebrot or maybe with pretzels. And to be completely honest with you, our cream cheese game is kind of on a whole different level compared to the US. We have lots of different flavors, different textures or whipping degrees, and lots of different brands. While in the US,
Okay.
it seems like Philadelphia pretty much has the cream cheese monopoly nowadays. But what we don't have in Germany is blueberry flavored cream cheese, or honey pecan, or strawberry.
Those type of flavors, okay.
That's strange. Mixing cheese with fruit.
Fruit
jam,
flavor.
I don't
Yeah. No, I guess it's just the flavor, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, this never mind. What I said is wrong. Yeah, we don't have because this may be sweet, right? Yeah, it's different.
Strawberry or cinnamon
But I'm not sure. We don't buy Philadelphia that much. Here.
No.
It's very common, by the way, and it's popular. We just don't buy it.
Those are very common in the US though. Plus, I've realized that cream cheese is something that's mainly used for baking and cooking here, or for eating on a bagel, which of course is something that we don't really have either in Germany. I mean, we have all of our bread and bread rolls, and you can find bagels in Germany if you look for them, but they're not really a popular thing. Like, you won't find
Really?
bagels at a regular German bakery. And at least in Munich, I can't think of a bagel shop or anything like that. I'm sure they exist somewhere, but I don't remember ever seeing one. In the US though, bagels are sacred, especially in New York, and bagels are what you put your cream cheese on. I remember that my American roommates
Bagels, it's actually a big thing in America.
We forgot to try it.
Yeah, we forgot to try bagels, but it's a big thing in America for sure. But even in Texas, I saw bagels everywhere. You know, in the store, in the grocery store. I like Philadelphia a lot, actually. The normal cheese,
Yeah, it's good.
but I guess in America the difference is probably that they have flavors that don't end. And you know what? Knowing what we know about America, it kind of makes sense.
gave me a really weird look one time during my first few months here because I put cream cheese on a slice of toast. Even Ben thinks that this is weird to this day, which I don't understand at all. I mean, a bagel is just another type of bread. Now, of course, there
Yeah.
are savory bagels that people eat with plain cream cheese or onion or garden vegetable cream cheese and maybe some egg, cheese, and bacon. But you also have your cinnamon bagels or blueberry bagels
Okay.
with blueberry
wow.
cream cheese. To be honest, I don't really know what combinations people like the most. I'm still not really into sweet cream cheese, except for the honey pecan one. That one's really good, but I don't exclusively put that on bagels. So maybe you guys can share your favorite sweet bagel combos in the comments.
Water fountains.
The next item is something that you'll notice as soon as you get off the plane in the US, because you'll see them at airports, malls, public parks, schools, really everywhere. But I had never seen one in my entire life in Germany. Water fountains. To me,
Okay, we saw them at the airport.
I don't remember.
No.
No, but no, but maybe. The thing is, we have water fountains here. I think this is probably more a culture shock for the Germans than it is for us. They are not as common anymore as they used to be back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, But yeah, I mean, in America we saw a couple. I remember at Central Park and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
They were one of those things that I had only seen in American cartoons and movies, especially when they took place in a school setting, like in Disney's Recess, for example, or Lizzie McGuire or Kim Possible. I remember that there was always a scene where kids messed with the water fountain so that the next one who uses it would get water all over them. But I always thought it was kind of a weird concept to bend down to a little faucet to drink out of it like a dog instead of
We went to the same school. Basically, when we started school, and there was water fountains in that school. So this is something that for us
It's normal.
is normal. Yeah.
of having a water bottle to drink out of. To be completely honest, I still don't really like doing that. Or maybe I'm just not talented enough to drink out of them without getting half of my face wet. What I do really like though is when there's also a little station specifically for filling up your water bottle. That's absolutely genius in my opinion. I mean, you can also fill up your bottle at a regular water
You're right. I remember this at the airport. Now that you are saying, yeah, I remember this in America.
fountain, but it's just so much easier with those water filling stations. Now, you probably guessed it, but in Germany, water fountains aren't a thing. Instead, at least that's what I always do, is that I just refill my water bottle with tap water, like in a public restroom, for example. We have really good tap water all over the country, and unlike tap water in a lot of regions of the US, like here in Cincinnati, it doesn't have that chlorine taste to it, so it's really a great alternative. And I've personally never really felt like it's hard to find water in Germany, but I do see how having dedicated drinking fountains with filtered water that people can even use without having a bottle on them is probably a better solution.
Checks.
Those of you
Let's
who've been
go.
watching my videos for a while have probably heard me talk about this more than enough, but it just has to be on this list because one thing I had definitely never seen before moving to the US is a check. And to be completely
No, I have seen them. No, this was very popular 20 years ago. But I had no idea they are popular. They are still popular in America. That I had no idea.
I have never used one in my life, but I remember
Yeah.
my father in the 90s pay bills
Yeah,
with
yeah.
checks. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and this was very popular. But nowadays, I think it's still popular if for example, you buy a car, a big purchase. That can still be a thing that you do. But regular stuff, but they also don't pay things that are regular with that.
Yeah.
Maybe they work and they get a check.
Yeah, maybe.
Could be that.
honest, I didn't even realize that those were actually still a thing in the US. I have talked about this topic in my video on money, for example, and in my video about everyday differences that surprised me in the US. And I know that many Americans like to respond to this by saying, "What? No, you're wrong about that. We don't use checks in the US anymore. I haven't seen one in like 20 years. And of course, you can definitely get around checks if you try to. And there might be regional differences too. Like it's possible that they're more common here in the Midwest. And I'm not talking about people paying with checks at the grocery store. But fact is, when I first moved here, my landlord wanted all of his tenants to pay rent via check. And get this, mail the check to him. So you write the check, put it in an envelope, and then send it via actual mail. So that was
Okay, that does not happen at all.
Okay, no.
definitely a culture shock for me because in Germany, it's common to pay rent and all of your bills via bank transfer. And I came here under the impression that the US is a lot more advanced in regards to electronic payments and stuff like that. And this was kind of an issue for me because I didn't have an American bank account at the time.
But they should be. I mean, Visa, MasterCard, all of those are American companies. So this is really surprising, you know.
And therefore couldn't write checks myself. But this hasn't been my only encounter with checks. Since then, I've had several other landlords that wanted their rent via check. I received my own checkbook when I finally opened up an American bank account. I'm not showing it from the front because all my information is on it. I've been paid for freelancing work via check more than I have been paid via electronic payments, even by big institutions like the university. I've paid contractors via check, I've paid my taxes via check, and have received my tax refund from the government via check in the mail. And every time I've been to a production, like for a short film or for the Clio app, everyone in the crew would get an envelope with their check in it. A lot of Americans
Okay, never mind. It's still a big deal, actually.
Yeah, it's a thing. Okay.
It's a thing, yeah.
say that checks are so popular because of the skepticism towards online banking and because many people don't want others knowing their bank account number. But I think in a lot of cases it's also
But Okay, I guess that makes sense. You don't need the bank account of the other person, as long you have. Yeah, it's still weird, but I understand. Is a bit more private for sure. A bit more private.
Just convenience, because bank transfers aren't always super easy in the US, especially if you don't have your bank account connected to a third-party service like Zelle or PayPal. Long story short, they're definitely a thing here, while in Germany, checks haven't been a thing for a few decades now. I've never even seen the option to pay via check on a form or something, and I had quite literally never seen a check in my life.
Yeah.
No, but I have seen a bunch of checks in my life.
When I was a child.
No, but yeah, it's something that is completely it fell out of flavor, I would say.
And the last item on my
Wait, sorry. Screen what?
to pay via check on a form or something, and I had quite literally never seen a check in my life.
Screen. Okay.
And the last item on my list of things that I had never seen before I came to the US is this, a screen door or storm door. The reason
Yeah, I never seen that. That I never seen. See, that's the thing. Checks, I seen those in the past. That I never saw.
No.
why this came to my mind is that when my German friend stayed with us and asked what these are for, I didn't really have an answer, but it did remind me of how new these were to me when I first came here. For the longest time, I didn't realize that they had a little locking mechanism to keep them open, and I always thought that this was so annoying that when you needed it to stay open for a while, like when bringing in your groceries or something, someone always needed to hold it or you had to put a chair in it, but turns out I was just really stupid. Not all houses in the US have these, but a lot of the places here in Cincinnati do, and they're basically an extra door outside of the front door, or also the back door, that either has a bug screen in it or glass. Now, when they have a bug screen, I think the main purpose is that you can have your door open for ventilation, but you'll still be protected
Makes sense.
But that's very easy to understand. But what about double door?
from bugs flying in, and if you have indoor pets, for
With-
example, it also
with-
keeps them inside while still being
glass.
able to look out the door and smell and hear things outside. When it comes to the
Okay.
storm doors with glass in them, according to the internet, they're simply there to help protect your main door from rain, ice, and snow.
Okay.
So those were 7
Okay, so I'm gonna assume the second door is premium quality. Because if they are protecting one with the other,
Yeah.
makes sense that one is expensive and one is cheap.
Okay.
additional things that I had never seen before I came to the US. Now, of course, I want to know from you which things you saw for the very first time when you traveled to another country. Let me know in the comments below. Before I wrap this up, I wanted to address something real quick.
Well, something that we saw, double wheel truck. We saw a bunch of those in Texas.
That has been going on in the comment sections underneath my videos in the last few weeks and months. My team and I really try to stay on top with blocking spam and fake accounts, but recently there's been
Yeah, okay, I guess he's just ending. Well, my friends, show her all the support link will be below. I thought it was an interesting video.
Yeah.
A lot of things that she ended up mentioning, I think we are aware, but still, they still surprise us, right?
Yeah. I realized that there is still so much to see and experience.
Oh yeah, America is so big, you know. If we went to Texas, if we go to the Midwest, it will be a completely different experience, you know.
The more I watch videos about culture difference, the more I realize that.
No, I mean, I've been reacting to American stuff longer than you, right? For 2 years, and every day I learn something new. So it's crazy. That's it, Sarah. Say goodbye to our friends.
Bye, guys.
Bye, my friend.